To appreciate the GMC Yukon, you must first appreciate its history. Sharing its underpinnings with the Chevrolet Tahoe and Cadillac Escalade, the triplets are actually a downsized version of the larger Chevrolet Suburban, GMC Yukon XL, and Cadillac Escalade ESV. All six are full-size, body-on-frame trucks built exclusively for the American market at the company's Arlington, Texas manufacturing plant in suburban Dallas-Fort Worth. The GMC Yukon has been around since 1991, with the SUV becoming a four-door model for the 1995 model year. The current fifth generation of the Yukon was introduced last year, riding on the automaker's GMT T1XX platform. This is the same platform as the Chevrolet Silverado, GMC Sierra 1500 pickup trucks. The current generation of the Yukon is headlined by a first-ever AT4 model, taking the Yukon into the premium off-road segment. The 7-passenger Yukon AT4 comes standard with an aggressive front fascia that visually carries the rugged all-terrain look and supports off-road capability. Magnetic ride control, electronically adaptive dampers, AT4 exclusive leather-appointed seats, heated steering wheel, heated ventilated front seats, heated second-row outboard seats, four-wheel drive, a 2-week transport case, and 275 60R20 Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner AT all-terrain tires, traction select system with off-road mode, hill descent control, skid plates, and front and rear tow hooks make up the entirety of the package. Base power is provided by a 5.3-liter V8, which develops 355 horsepower and 383 foot-pounds of torque. An available 6.2-liter V8 with dual exhaust produced 420 horsepower and 460 foot-pounds of torque. Both engines are bolted to a Hydra-Matic 10L80 10-speed automatic transmission. EPA fuel economy numbers for both engines are 14 city, 19 highway. Cargo capacity is 122.9 cubic feet, payload capacity is 1,702 pounds, and towing capacity is 7,700 pounds. Here's what I liked about the vehicle. The Yukon AT4's rugged good looks are more than backed up by real-world off-road capabilities, like, for example, the skid plates and the tow hooks front and rear. Although the Yukon seems as big as the Suburbans of a few generations ago, handling and control were a breeze. Despite its size and heft, the Yukon AT4 was very easy to drive. At speed and underway, the optional 6.2-liter V8 was smooth and responsive. The optional Air Ride adaptive suspension system delivered a limo-like ride. In fact, many livery services use the full-size GM SUVs for just that purpose, like the one I had in California when I was there with Mazda. They picked me up in one. The available head-up display was a convenience. Displays, control, and switchgear were easy to read and use. I found the AT4 to be luxurious, elegant, roomy, and functional. Running boards and hand grips at each of the doors facilitate entry and exit. Access to the third row of seats was also very convenient. At the rear, a separate window access to the cargo compartment meant that I didn't have to open the large hatch just to put one or two small items inside. And it was a nice touch. When a hatch is open, power controls to lower and raise both the second and third row seating is a godsend. The power rear hatch is wonderful too. And oh yeah, I almost forgot, even though it's a 7-passenger SUV, there is still 25.5 cubic feet of cargo space behind the third row, and that's impressive. Here's what I didn't like about the vehicle. Now, in spite of all this goodness, I do have some issues with the Yukon AT4. My usual complaint about the location of the spare tire, yep, on the underside of the rear cargo area exposed to the elements. And trust me, it won't be an issue for you until it is. The infotainment system does not show the changes in the climate control system when I adjust it, forcing me to take my eyes off the road to confirm my selection. The optional head-up display doesn't show turn signals. And when selecting the compass view in the middle of the dashboard, it has to be selected every time the vehicle is started. And I want to know, why can't I just set it and it remain there? For the second row captain's chairs, there's no center console between them. And this is kind of a good news, bad news thing, because without it, access to the third row of seats is easy peasy. Now, there's only one mini USB, and one regular USB for the front seat occupants, same configuration for the second row, and guess what? Only mini USBs for the third row. And is this a conspiracy of the fruit? And I mean, Apple? What's up with this? Where is the love for us technology users who love Android? Also, how does GM think this is going to work with a vehicle full of folks who want to plug in their various electrical devices? Just asking. Finally, the placement of the second row pass-through button that moves the seats is in a wonky place on the side, which is hard to find and use. So here's the bottom line. I love this vehicle. Aside from some design wonkiness, the vehicle overall is a wonderful transportation experience. The manufacturer's suggested retail price for the 2022 GMC Yukon AT4 SUV starts from $67,000 for the 5.3-liter V8 and $69,415 for the brawny, powerful 6.2-liter V8. Destination charges are $1,695. The only other thing I would add at this point is I wish they had developed a current hybrid or pure electric version of this vehicle. I think that would offset the really lousy mileage it gets. But then again, all this comfort and all this heft has a cost.